Alright, y'all. Front brakes, Dodge Charger, Chrysler 300, Dodge Challenger, Dodge Magnum, 2005 and up. See that? 2005 and up. You need a 13 millimeter socket. You have a bolt right here and a bolt right here. 2 bolts. That's how we're going to take the caliper off. Right, so you just, same thing with the bottom. Now if you're turning on the bolt right here and this piece right here gets to spinning, just put a little wrench on it. Put a little, y'all gotta excuse me, I only got one hand. Put a wrench on it right there to hold that while you turn a 13 millimeter bolt. And with the bolts removed, caliper, you're gonna have to give it a little bit of wiggle. Caliper comes right off, like so. Caliper off, just stick something in there. Pry the pads loose. Pads will come right out, like so. As you can see, these pads are almost brand new. I have a lot of pad left on here. See, but the fact of the matter is, I change my pads every first week of September. You know, pads will last you 2 or 3 years, or 24, 25,000 miles. Nah, fuck that. I change mine every beginning of September, regardless of how worn, if they're worn or not. Now with the pad and the rotor off, you know you got to press the piston back in, C-clamp. Once you get the piston back on, a little bit of brake lubricant, you're going to go here, here, and all right there. And some right there. Alright, it's a little pack, just like that. Nice and lubed up. Also, it'll be a good idea to spray some brake cleaner parts on here. I should have mentioned that. I don't do it, but you know, it'd be a good idea for you to do so. Yep. Probably gonna need some new rotors. Yep. That's the only thing about them drilled and that's the only bad thing about drilled and slotted rotors. And you know, you in this part of the United States where it snows, so they tend to rust out real quick. So I'm probably gonna have to buy some new rotors. I'll do that next summer though. I recommend EBC brake pads, and if you don't want EBC, I suggest Duralast Gold ceramics over semi-metallics. Less dust, no brake dust, better stopping power. Brake pads will slide right in, no hassle. Go right in, just like so. Once you get your brake pads on, just put your caliper back on the same way you took it off. Put your caliper back on. And once you get your caliper back on and lined up, you just put back in the 2 bolts that you took out and tighten them up. Tighten it up a little bit. Tighten it up so it don't turn no more. Nice and tight. I think next summer I'm going to go ahead and buy some new drilled and slotted rotors. I'll probably paint my calipers and my bracket. Paint those red and black. And that's it for the installation part. So the next part will be what to do once you get your wheels back on and get riding down the road. And once you get your wheels back on, get in the car, start it up, pump your brakes 4 or 5 times, build up some pressure. Once you get your pressure built up, so I'm pumping my brakes. Pressure.
Have a good time with G.O.D.
Turn that radio off. Pressure is all built up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive it around the block at about 5 or 10 miles an hour. But while I'm driving, I'm going to keep my left foot on the brake, lightly on the brake. That'll let the pad wear into the rotor so you don't get no hard stop or no screeching noise. And that's it. Check out my other video on how to do rear pads for these cars.